Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Steven Universe Future. Last time on Steven Universe Future, we had a very special episode. So Steven and Pearl, as their fusion rainbow, were taking care of Onion, but Steven also had to go be with Garnet and fuse into Sunstone in order to give a safety seminar, or Geminar, I guess they said. Unfortunately, when he left Pearl alone, things got way out of hand, and then when he ended up leaving Garnet alone, things got too out of hand, and he was just overbooking himself, and then he died. But it was all a PSA, don't overwork yourself. So yeah, it was a hilarious, hilarious episode, probably one of the funniest episodes they've ever done. I really did love it. And yeah, we are moving on to episode 7, so we might as well get right into it. Here we go. Snow day. Yay, snow!
Alright, little homeschool. What's on the docket for today? You can do it.
Fucking overworking himself at the age of 16.
You're going to freeze if you don't put on a puffer, a hat, and 2 scarves.
2 scarves?
Better make it 3.
Pearl.
Helicopter Sky High Adventure. Sheet masks with cute animal faces.
And most importantly, pizza.
Guys, I've been a vegetarian for like a month. And pop culture is for 6-year-olds.
Oh well, we'll just watch the movie with Kat, Steven.
He's overworking himself.
I was sure we were in the pepperoni timeline.
Too much sugar for me, but thanks.
Fucking workaholic,
See
man.
you at work, guys.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Hey, just have to take the warp then. Steven Tag! Amethyst, what the heck?
You know the rules, Buster. You get tagged,
Man,
you
that's
have
old
to turn
Steven,
into
too.
Steven.
But I'm already Steven.
Nah, bruh. Classic Steven.
Classic Steven?
Yeah, original design Steven.
Here?
Yes,
Huh?
Get ready for
Ah!
Steven Tag!
was an unforeseen turn of events.
You know the rules.
Oh, they got her.
Ha! Joke's on you! Pearl doesn't shapeshift!
Oh.
The power of Steven Tag compels me.
Oh. Evidently they can all do that. Ah! Ultimus. What the f-
Confused?
Sugalite Steven. Sardonic Steven. Oh, it's all of their fusions. They're fusing into different Stevens. Opal Steven. This is crazy. Oh no. Yep. Alexandrite Steven. Oh!
I joined the game!
Oh! Steven. It's all 4 of them.
Enough is enough!
Ooh. There's still one more though. There was only 3. Oh my god. Nice try.
Tag.
Oh no. Is this the end of my adult life?
Sapphire wins. He could just.
He's so cute.
Aww.
No, I'm not! This is tough for me, you
He
know?
could just become Tiny
I
Steven.
feel like...
Now you all better run.
Oh. God, he is so much taller now. Alright, go have a good day. Together, don't eat. Alright. Yay. Yay. Okay. Another good episode. You could also kind of call this fillery, but at the same time, this it did keep building on some of the plot points of this season, you know. Steven growing up and becoming an adult. So, having a lot of responsibilities, you know. So, yeah. So that was good. It's good that he got a break. I mean, honestly, it's kind of another PSA, honestly. Because that was the thing with last episode, was that he was overworking himself, you know, trying to do too many things. And honestly, this was kind of the same. He was doing too many things. He was kind of losing sight of his friends, you know, his family. So yeah, this also was kind of a PSA, just not as, you know, painfully obvious as the last episode, where they just straight up made it a PSA. So yeah, but I did like this. Oh boy. So yeah, the first thing I wrote down was work too much, which yeah, he did. He was working too much, you know, going in, pretty much working a 9-to-5 job, and you know, he had changed so much from when he was a kid, and you know, he was just throwing himself way too much into his work. Fuck, that's relatable. Oh, I kind of get that. I will admit, sometimes I feel like I throw myself into this YouTube channel a little too much, and maybe I do, maybe I don't, maybe, you know, there's nothing wrong with what Steven is doing. It's just that he's not also spending time with his family, you know, which I do that. It's like, don't worry about that, but it is, you know, an important lesson. It's not that, you know, he needs to shirk his responsibilities. Is shirk still a word? Maybe. You know, he needs to get rid of his responsibilities, just go play and be a kid again. But no, he does need to do what he does, you know, and I can totally understand that. But he also needs to, you know, make some time for himself and for his family and stuff like that. You know, even on that day where it was like, you know, like he did everything that he needed to do, and he finally, you know, came home from work basically, and they were all like, hey, you know, let's do stuff. We've got a game, we've got masks, we've got pizza, and he was just tired. He didn't want to do any of that. And he's also been a vegetarian for a month, apparently. So, I like that too, with Garnet being like, I could have sworn we were on the pepperoni timeline. That's funny. They've really been using Garnet's future vision to their advantage. So yeah, I did like that. And yeah, so we also had the snow day, where the snow finally became way too much and they couldn't do anything. But Steven, even on his day off... I get this too much. Even on his day off, Steven still had to do some work. He decided, you know what, all right, I'm going to take this day off to keep doing some work. And I get that too. I understand that too. Because with YouTube right now, some of you guys know I just graduated college a few weeks ago. So kind of right now, I'm just doing YouTube right now, which, you know, we'll see how far that goes. But one of the things is that, you know, I have to basically give myself days off. And I did. I gave myself 3 days off at Christmas. I gave myself Christmas Eve, Christmas, and I guess Boxing Day. I gave myself the 26th. And so prior to that, I was working my ass off getting everything ready, getting videos done. You know, I had to do the Doctor Who video that was going to go up on Christmas Day. I had to edit the My Hero Academia video that went up on Thursday, and I also had to do the video that went up on Christmas Eve, my Christmas cartoons video, where I looked at a bunch of Christmas cartoons and made jokes about them. If you haven't checked that out, go check it out. It's a really fun video that I put together. But even that took me 10 hours to edit that. So I understand that, you know, I had to set aside, even though I set aside 3 days, I still had a lot of work to do so that I could have those 3 days, and even then I will admit on the 26th, I booted up my computer and I had to edited a video, even on my day off. It was Bluebird. It was actually 2 episodes ago, Steven Universe Future Bluebird. I edited that day because I needed that to go up. So even on my day off, I still worked. I completely understand this. I completely understand where Steven's coming from, where even when he does get a day off, he keeps working, To him, his job can never end. It just keeps going and just keeps going and going and going, and I understand that. I've been working towards actually trying to give myself more natural days off because I haven't had that in a while, between school and YouTube. I work pretty much every single day, whether it's on school or YouTube. So I am trying to figure out, with my new future, I guess, my Steven Universe future, you could say. I'm trying to figure out, how to give myself days off. So I completely understand Steven when, when Steven, even on a snow day, when he can't do anything related to work, he's still, getting out his stuff and he's working. He's still working on a day off. I understand that. This may actually be the most relatable episode of them all. Like, that is hilarious that he is just, he pretty much he just keeps doing it. And it's good for him to do that, It is good for him to, take his job very seriously, especially at a young age of 16 like that. So I completely understand it. And they're not saying like, oh, well, you shouldn't be doing this. They're saying it's like, well, but you still need to take care of yourself. You still need to go enjoy life sometimes. You can't always just be concerned with your job, basically. So I understand that a little too well, actually. So yeah, this was a great episode, actually. So yeah, let's see. The next thing I wrote down was Steven Tag. I do kind of remember that a bit from the earlier seasons, Steven Tag. So that was funny. Watching them, shapeshift into that. And them even saying, like, Garnet can do it, Amethyst can do it. Steven did say Pearl can't, but then she did anyway. She shapeshifted into Steven, young Steven. That was funny. And I do like them saying, it's like, classic Steven. He's like, classic! So, yeah, it's because, I mean, since the movie, he has gotten a new look, he's gotten a new design. He's taller, he's older, for one thing. So he's taller, he's older. He doesn't have his, his pink shirt, or was it red? I don't remember. I think it was actually more red. Well, he doesn't have the red shirt with the star on it. Now it's a black shirt with a star on it, and he has a pink jacket over it. So yeah, it's like, so that was kind of funny too, and he was like, classic Steven. So yeah, and then just the fact that this game just got so intense, the game just got so intense, they just kept fusing into, Sugalite and Opal, and then eventually into Alexandrite. And they were still Steven. I like that too. They were fusing into different versions of Steven still. So that was funny. And then, when he's going through and they defuse and he just goes, he literally just punches the lights out of Pearl, Amethyst, and Ruby. But that's the thing. It's like when they only showed 3, I was like, wait a minute. Garnet did defuse into Ruby and Sapphire. And so Garnet must have seen that would be the way to win, was for Sapphire to stay up on the lighthouse and get him because he wouldn't suspect it. So yeah, I did like that little bit of strategy, and it's so interesting that would be, this is one of the reasons why Garnet defuses, because she doesn't often do that. So just the fact that Garnet defused specifically just to tag Steven in Steven Tag, and then they refused. So that was funny. And then, so him actually shapeshifting back into his younger self was also funny. And interesting. And then him saying, it's like, no, I understand, you guys just kind of still view me as this kid. Well, I've grown up, He has changed. And they understand that, but they still want to spend time together. And Steven acknowledges that. It's like, you're right. We do still need to spend time together. Even though I am working, we still need to, have our family time, basically. And I understand that, too. So, yeah. And then the change for, basically restarting the game, but now as, now they're tagging to become adult Steven. I thought that was fun, too. So, yeah. That was pretty much it. Another good episode, a very relatable episode, I must say. And yeah, I'm interested to see where we're going next time. So with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Steven Universe Future reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.